Hey Soul Fam, how's it going? How you guys are doing? I hope you guys are doing flippin-tastic. It's been a minute, guys. It's been a minute, definitely. But I'm definitely glad to be back. I've had a few health scares within the past couple months here. Just been going through a lot, but definitely explain that in another video. So I was kind of channeled to do kind of a daily message for you guys. I know this would be like more of a personal reading for someone, I guess, whatever it resonates with. But if you are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Please like the video. Let me know in the comments how this resonates for you. Like I said, this is just like a general collective daily message. Whenever you see this message, it'll definitely be for you. I'm going to use some tarot cards here along with some oracle cards. And yeah, let's just get a feel of what's going on here, guys. So interestingly enough, so I've got 6 tarot cards in front of me right now, guys. And what I'm feeling is like some of you are going through a lot of like changes and situations, a lot of obstacles, like a lot of things are ending for most of you. And change is scary, right? Like that's the first real thing that I'm hearing is like change is scary, right? I got the 4 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. So when I'm looking at these 2 cards in this spread here, the 4 of Swords is like kind of like my rest card, right? Some of you really need to just take a step back and rest. Some of you hashtag self-love is what I'm definitely hearing for you. Just that kind of holding back. I feel like a lot of you have been going through a lot of things probably in the past 4 or 5 months. I would say a lot of really heavy energies coming through. A lot of just like uncertainty, not knowing, you know, if you're coming or going, not knowing why certain things are happening for you, right? So I feel a sense of like God, the universe kind of just saying like, this is the time where you just like 4 of Swords, like putting that sword down and really working on you, really like pouring back into you. So I don't know if that means like most of you have been pouring into a lot of people, but not necessarily like pouring into you. I feel like this need and this like drive to just say like, it's so important that you pour into you. It's so important that like you respect yourself to know that like you deserve to set those boundaries. You deserve to have the things that you are seeking. You deserve to be validated. You deserve not to feel like an option. Like these are really things that are like really I've had to learn with my own relationships. So I feel like with the 4 of Swords coming up, like some of you really just need to go within right now and decide, you know, what is it that you need as you're moving forward into this next generation, not next generation, but it could be this next season of your life, right? You've already learned so many lessons. Do you want to continue to succeed? Do you want to continue to keep learning the same message over and over again? Is kind of what I'm feeling with this 4 of Swords. So it's kind of like that energy of just kind of recharging, going within, taking care of you, finding a balance, you know, just figuring out, okay, like what do I need right now? You know, it's not what do your kids need? What do your mom need? What does your boyfriend need? What does your husband need? Wife, whatever the situation, right? It's kind of you being a little bit selfish to say, okay, like if I've been doing all of this for the past like 4 or 5 months and I'm pouring my time and my energy into all of these people, but I'm not necessarily like pouring that energy back into me. It's like, how can I pour back into me? How, like, that's so important. And I feel like that's really coming in strong, like how you need to be putting yourself up on that pedestal and not necessarily like putting anyone else up there anymore. So I feel like for some of you, maybe you've put someone else up on that pedestal and it's like the universe is saying like, now is your time to really go within, really work and really start to heal, really let go, really like process things. And then the 5 of Cups is up here, right? So the 5 of Cups talks about how, you know, you're really in your head right now. You really are uncertain about things. You're really uncertain about changes of direction. Like, I just feel like this, you know, you're really focused on what's around you right now or what's behind you. But it's like Spirit is saying like, you don't see what I have for you. You don't see what I have for you because you're in your own way. Right? So with the 5 of Cups and the 4 of Swords up here, it's kind of like you're being stuck, right? Some of you may even suffer with like abandonment issues, and you can be really seeing that come up during this like season or this period of transformation and where you are in your life right now. Some of you may be feeling very alone, very unloved, you know. Some of you, all this is that you need to change your perspective in your situation. It's like a feeling of like it's not as bad as it seems for most of you. And then for the other part of you that this may channel towards or like resonate towards, it's like a feeling of spirit saying like you already have the answers within you. You just need to like dig deep and find that, right? Like you just need to dig deep and say, okay, you know, maybe I am not supposed to know everything right now. Maybe this is like you needing to like let go of control and just like let the universe take over. So maybe you're trying too hard, or maybe you're trying to just like figure so much out right now. And that's what's burning you out is like spirits. Like it's not your job to know everything right now. It's not your job to like figure it out. It's just your job to like kind of trust in the process, right? Trust that even though you're not seeing something right now, it's like the universe's way of saying like, we've got this figured out for you, right? We got the Fool card up here. So the Fool card represents new beginnings. It represents, you know, you taking an adventure in your life. So for some of you, it's like a feeling of you're in transition right now. That's kind of what I'm feeling, like in transition of like moving forward or leaving something behind, or, you know, and coming into a new season, coming into a new cycle. You completed something. And I feel like some of you may have like gone through a period of where it was so freaking tough, right? Where you felt like you weren't being heard. You felt like you weren't being understood. You felt like you weren't, you know, being in a place of like people listening to, or people like understanding you. And I feel like if this is a love situation, like I feel like things are starting to shift for you. There's some type of new beginning, a new horizon on love for whoever this is. It could be a water sign. It could be an air sign. Those are the two really, I mean, it could be any sign, guys, but those are the two big signs that I'm really connecting with right now. Because the other cards I have are the Page of Cups, which is love, the Ten of Cups, which is love, and the Ace of Swords, which is like my truth and my clarity card, right? So I do feel like for some of you, you're going to get clarity on your relationship, and I feel like it's going to improve, but I feel like you've got to get out of your own way right now. You've got to see that some of you, like the answer that you're seeking is already within you, right? You already know what you need to do. That may be setting some healthier boundaries. That may be like letting go and letting new love come in. But there is an opportunity for some type of like really, could be like a soulmate connection, but like there is an opportunity of like real love potential to come through here. And there's going to be. And that could be why the Fool card is here, right? The Fool card could be up here literally saying that there is a new beginning for love, but some of you have to get out of your own way and let this love situation come in. I do feel like there's a possibility of an engagement for some of you, but I definitely feel like it's coming after some type of big storm too. So it's like when you least expect it, there may be some type of like surprise, or some type of like you're going to get the truth, or maybe someone starts like really expressing themselves towards you. That could be why I'm feeling that way. Sorry guys, I just had some water. But yeah, like I feel like with the Ten of Cups up here, like that's my happiness card, my stability, that my contentment card. And then we have the Page of Cups. So that's like new love. That's an opportunity. That's a possibility. So that's really what I'm seeing here, is that some of you have just been going through so much, maybe the past, you know, year, 10 months. But I feel like things are switching. Like I feel like you've got to let go of what has been keeping you stuck. You got to let go of like past arguments, past conflicts, past fights, because the truth of something is coming in. And I do feel like someone is going to be more expressive towards you guys. Like someone really wants to like open up and really share with you what they're truly feeling. And I feel like that could possibly lead into like marriage, into the engagement card, because there's going to be an opportunity where it's like, for some of you, like someone is going to pop the question. For others of you, it's like a new love is coming towards you. I don't really feel like this is like an ex. I feel like if anything, it's a possibility of a new love coming towards you. But yeah, like I do feel like it's been a long time coming. Like that's what I feel like. I feel like this has been a long time coming, but I feel like something wants to be presented towards you guys. So let's get some oracle cards here. Let's see what the spirit world wants you to know. So if this is resonating with you guys, please hit the like button. Please let me know in the comments. What is the collective energy message? What do I need to share? Yeah, prosperity, abundance, and success. So that's kind of the feeling of like, you know, this is that happy ever after feeling, right? Like, oh my gosh, we finally made it to like the other side of this, where it's like stuff has been like dark and twisted but now you're going to see all that glitter. It's like follow the yellow brick road. You're coming into that success, and it feels like a higher successful relationship. What else can I tell the collective spirit? Elementals, nature spirits, and the 4 elements. So honestly, guys, if you haven't seen that movie Elementals, go and do see that. It's a really good movie. I'm going to read this one because I'm not too sure what the message is, but it says, this card represents a real power in the universe that few people ever think about. The elementals are nature spirits that vibrate within the energy of the environment they come from. They include sylphs and genomes from the woods, carrying earth energy, water spirits from the lakes and streams, and fairies from the air. Fire spirits are tiny orbs of light that bring the vibration of the sun. Even if you aren't familiar with these spirits, you can call on them to bless you with the energy you need. Earth energy is good for grounding, stability, and wisdom. Air vibrates with the breath of life, communication, intelligence, and travel. Sorry. Water brings healing, fertility, cleansing, and charge. Fire brings purification, light, activity, and creativity. These identities are always available to you. Consider which element's power you want to tap and commune with the sweet beings who can deliver that energy to you. They're not just the stuff of fantasy. They're here for you now and always. So why is this coming up? I feel like this elementals is coming up because it's like, with this reading, it's a feeling of like connecting more with yourself, connecting more with like all of the, how would I say it? Like all of the, like some of us are water, some of us are fire, some of us are earth, right? But I feel like this is just like really reconnecting with yourself and reconnecting with like what makes you you. Because some of you have a lot of success coming towards you, but I feel like you've got to believe in like more than what you're believing in with like right now. Give me one more card. Give me one more card, please, Spirit. Okay. And then relaxation, peaceful pursuits, and happy times. So yeah, it's like happy times are ahead, right? But I feel like you've been put through the ringer, and I feel like you just can't see like the light at the end of the tunnel. But it's like you're so close to the end of the tunnel now, and it's like you just got to keep being pushed. But it's also this period of like just relax, right? Because what's meant to be for you is going to be for you, regardless of how long it takes. So it's just like follow the yellow brick road, but enjoy the process, enjoy like the stuff that you're learning, the stuff that you're engaging with. That's kind of what I'm hearing for you guys. Because some of you, this reading is really beautiful when you think of it, because some of you are in a place right now where it's like you just have to believe. You have to believe even if you don't understand what you're seeing, right? So let me get an oracle for you guys, and then I will all right. Spirit angels, what is the message for the collective? What do they need to hear for this reading? What do they need to hear, please? Thank you. All right, so we got in between worlds and chop wood. So that's kind of what I was talking about earlier when I said that, like, some of you with this 5 of Cups energy and the 4 of Swords energy, it's like a mixture of like, do I stay? Do I go? What do I do? Some of you are like in contemplation mode where it's like, what do I do, right? So I feel like that's why you have the in-between world up here. So let's just read it for you. So it says, transitions, not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another, temporary blindness, no man's land. Between the world is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. This is a time when you're unable to see what is ahead. Cultivate curiosity and trust the process of change and growth. You are done learning the lessons of recent experiences. In this place between what was and what will be is a state of making and unmaking and making again. What is essential now is to admit not knowing. There is great freedom and power to be unleashed. A mystery that is not yours to understand weaves the web of life within a divine matrix of consciousness, greater than your own thoughts. Feelings, beliefs, desires, and decisions, the seeds that were planted in the past begin to take root, but what surfaces will probably not be what you expect. When you are between the worlds, you are invited to see with the curious eyes of a child glimpsing a rainbow for the first time. Do so and you will not be disappointed. This is a time to explore the new energy between you and another. It is not a moment for certainty, but rather for discovery and curiosity. You don't know yet if this will last forever, so allow yourself to explore who you are and what is reflected back to you. This relationship is meant to educate you about yourself. What do you need? What do you like or dislike? What values are important to you? You are in a critical phase of your relationship that is not to be dismissed or hurried. So that's where the whole Four of Swords energy is coming in, is that some of you are kind of looking at your situation or your relationship in general, and you're questioning, like, am I getting what I need from this person? Am I happy? Like, is this what I really want? Is this what I want to keep pouring into? So I feel like there's definitely a lesson to be learned in this connection with this person. And I feel like it's just those moments where it's like, be mindful of like the thoughts that you guys are thinking, because obviously what you're thinking you will attract, right? And then the chop wood says, being grounded in everyday experience and humility. There are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your consciousness so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in your life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blossoms. When it is in full blossom, the mundane act of pulling off dead leaves, watering the soil, and then leaving it to be, to let nature take its course, is an important step in manifesting. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you into a state of receptivity. This is a deeper purpose for releasing attachment. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive your aha moment, which brings you ever closer to what you seek. So this is like the whole saying of, like, you know, fall, the leaves kind of die, like things change, and then like summer and springtime, things blossom, right? So I feel like you need to kind of, whoever needs to hear this, it's a feeling of needing to let it go, because it's going to blossom again somewhere else. Nothing is as important right now as just doing what you need to do day by day. Let your heart remember that not everything has to be hard-won, passionate, or even obviously meaningful. Relationships and friendships go through laws when the everyday tasks are at the center of awareness. That is perfect now. Hold hands, wash dishes, make a fire, read a book, share a meal, say nothing, stare into space, pick up socks, tell a dumb joke, and leave space to breathe. The work of your relationship right now is very simple. Just to be present. Funny how it takes work to just be. All is well, really. So, guys, it's pretty simple. Like, I feel like some of you are stressing over a relationship, and it's like, with the tarot cards I have in front of me and kind of these messages, some of you just need to kind of take a chill pill. Because I do feel like things are coming from a higher perspective now, and I feel like you're coming out of like a really shitty you could be coming out of a really shitty relationship, but it's more than likely like you're coming out of a really shitty time in your relationship. And I feel like, but you guys had to go through that in order to grow, in order to like learn, in order to receive the lesson. And I feel like some of you are coming out of the other side of that, and it's going to be like engagement, and like it's just going to be a lot of better sets. Some of you do have new love coming towards you. Like I said, I have air signs up here, water signs, if that resonates with you. But anyways, guys, I feel like the message was heard today. Let me know in the comments if this resonated with you. Thank you all so much for staying and listening. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe, and I will talk to you again soon.